I guess you can't really train for this kind of stuff, Kaipo, right? You can't really simulate how you're going to be feeling when you're under pressure and you're against the wall. Meanwhile, let's stick with live here from deep. Here goes Griff with a ton of speed, massive air.
And what?
And he stomps it. That thing was huge. Colapinto with an absolute ton of speed, finding a beautiful looking section and going huge. And he looks like he's bringing it in.
And all of a sudden, this left-hand wedge comes to him, and he goes to the sky.
And what?
And he stomps it. That thing was huge.
It looked like he was floating in slow motion and landed it so perfect.
Call it what? Call it a 10-point ride.
Perfect 10, our first of the season.
I'm telling you.
Unbelievable performance.
It almost felt like I won the contest for a second, but then I realized I still have more heats to surf, so got to bring it back. You know, I'll enjoy the moment, but you know, once I go to bed, tomorrow's a new day.
Now Caio activating, pumping into the tube, could have an exit, driving, and somehow, miraculously, comes out of nowhere. A Sakurema surprise from Caio Ibelli.
Let's check it out on the replay. Caio deep in the barrel, cavern, headlamp on, spelunking through there, finds the exit, sees the little light at the end of the tunnel and is able to find it. Here we go again, Ibelli deep in the barrel, Gonzo way behind the foam ball, is able to find that little ray of light and able to aim for it, gets the exit, and here we go, one more time, slow motion, and you can really appreciate, you know what this is? This is a perfect 10-point ride.
Caio Ibelli, a rare perfect 10 in front of this raucous Brazilian crowd. They're loving it, we're loving it, the judges loving it, nice and clean across the board.
And brings a 10 as well to these heats. One more look here, Pete.
Just look at the timing where he uses that ramp. It's a solid overhead wave and just perfectly placed. Technique impeccable, no grab, board stayed right, stuck to his feet. Looked like the whole time he was going to make that.
Red is Sammy Pupo, yellow is Filipe.
Setting it up, one big move, and oh my goodness, that was crazy.
Are you kidding me?
Oh boy.
A 10-point ride for Filipe Toledo, famous for throwing 10s in finals as he's looking for his 4th event title in his country. The crowd is firing him up. Next one's going upside down and trying to control one of the most radical takeoffs of the day. McGillivray pulls off the impossible.
Oh my. Oh wow. And look, all of his friends just look, he's sideways, just getting crunched at the bottom and somehow hanging on to that. I think we could see something very, very high. Matty McGillivray, we've seen a lot of people try that takeoff today and go down, but he hung on for dear life and just muscled and hulked his way through that foam ball. That was the most incredible thing I've seen all day.
Unbelievable, out of control, but in perfect rhythm. He had that incredible tail release that was imperative for him getting deep on that wave. Total commitment from McGillivray.
So much commitment, so much magic trickery for him. The nose dug in, he's going sideways down the face on a 10-foot huge tubing chopes wave, and for him to be under the lip here on the foam ball, it's spitting in his face. He's so deep. I am going to say this is going to have to go perfect.
And the way he attacked that last ride, he's going to get close to the number. On the outside though, Florence with a big section. Big transition snap there. Climbs the roof. Great lip line float to project back out onto the open face. Now goes to that trademark layback that just possesses so much power. And he gives a couple of versions of that same turn. On the outside though, Florence with a big section. Big transition snap there. Climbs the roof. Great lip line float to project back out onto the open face. Now goes to that trademark layback that just possesses so much power.
And the hoots and hollers rising up for this wave. It is Chianca. Where'd he go? He's out! Chianca. You were right, Rosie. Don't count him out.
That is why I said I am not counting this guy out. I'm going to let this one play out because is that going to be our first 10? I don't know. How does that compare to what John did?
Nathan Hedge with priority in the priority heat. He's out there in the white jersey and scratching into this one. Airdrops into it. Big blast from the barrel and comes out of it. Nathan Hedge defying gravity.
Well, I told you it wasn't over yet.
Watch out, John Florence. Screenshot moment here. There's the capture. There's the poster for your wall. Iconic.
Insane.
Iconic.
Classic.
Come on.
It was dark inside that barrel.
It does feel like we're seeing kind of a reinvigorated and fully focused Kelly Slater. And he's at it again. Late drop, straight into the pit. He's coming out.
Wow.
That could be a 10.
Here we go, out the back. Kelly Slater on the attack with the drop. Can he get in? He does. He's still in there.
Oh,
yes! Oh my God!
Red Bull jet ski. Kanoa, another beautiful wave this afternoon. Way overhead, double overhead, and a beautiful carve off the top. Makes his way through a warbly section, presses on the tail there. Comes around the corner again, pulls into the barrel, no problem for Igarashi. More waves hitting the reef right behind him. Let's take a look at Jordy Smith, big drop. Pulls up in, lets go of the rail, and comes through. Wow.
I'll give that a little golf clap.
Yeah, that was good.
Jordy Smith standing up tall. Oh my God, he can't believe it either.
That was so technical, so heavy. Basically, it was falling the whole start of that wave.
I'm pretty sure it's the best wave I've ever had a pop for sure. For the contest.
Is now setting up a potential strike to try to get the 7.41. Kanoa grabs the rail, lunges into the first section. It's staying wide open.
Wow.
Igarashi stands tall for the exit and lets some of the emotion out with 2 minutes to go. A potential strike to try to get the 7.41. Kanoa grabs the rail, lunges into the first section. It's staying wide open.
Wow.
Igarashi stands tall for the exit and lets some of the emotion out with 2 minutes to go.
Italo Ferreira has to give way to Filipe Toledo, who executes on his priority. Little gaff off the beginning. Looks for the ramp. Alley-oop. It's a huge one and stomps it. No problem for Toledo. More amplitude, air reverse for finish.
Filipe Toledo opens the semifinal with a statement to Ferreira.
Looks for the ramp, alley-oop, it's a huge one and stomps it. No problem for Toledo. Air reverse for finish, and those are the combos that make Filipe Toledo so dangerous. Tahiti Pro here at Teahupo'o. A miracle of the surf world. Another heat number 6 in the water. And it is Ibelli scratching into this one, pulling into a big, thick cavern. Where is Ibelli? And he exits.
Yes.
Hey, there's still opportunity with Ethan having priority in this minute and a half remaining. Here he goes. He's having a swing.
Needs a 7.94 for a spot in the quarterfinals. Ewing, big wrap to start. Hard off the bottom, belts it with a beautiful layback carve. Drives into the pocket again, a solid front side down carve hack. And he'll drill that end section. 3 massive maneuvers.
Here he goes. He's having a swing.
For a spot in the quarterfinals, Ewing. Big wrap to start. Hard off the bottom, belts it with a beautiful layback carve. Drives into the pocket again, a solid front side down carve hack. Needing a 7.94 heading into the final minute.
Putting myself out on the line. I'm no judge, but he got that and some.
Filipe is a little bit more charismatic, a little bit more how Parko competed. Really fun and energetic, as we see Phil paddling in this one.
Getting things started early, Toledo. Nice, clean swoop off the bottom. Steep section here, and he hammers the section. So swift in transition through that carve, and again leans on the rail hard. And he hammers it. Big layback. Great variation shown already. What a start for Toledo. Knows he needs to put the foot down. John Florence has come off the 2 highest scoring heats of the contest so far. And one of the highest scoring heats we've seen this season. And Toledo's not done with this one. If anyone's going to throw something big on the end section, it's this guy. It's a clean finish and a big way.
And I'm pretty happy just to be out there, you know, surf with the GOAT and hopefully get some good waves and be in the final.
All the best in the semis, Miggy.
Seth Moniz, backdoor, brilliant drop, gets under the hood, and he fires across the bow of a John Florence. That's the first wave in quarterfinal number 3, and Seth Moniz comes out swinging, Makua.
Play drop, somehow sets the rail, and backdoor, and he's coming out. Oh, that was a vertical straight nose drop, Rock. Stand by for score, now coming in. Seth Moniz.
3.33 for lasted Griff. Toledo needs a 4.39 on this wave to go right into first. He's got that stall. He wants to ramp up. Clear for takeoff. Full rotation. Seamless on the landing. Right into a wrapping cutback. Now Toledo ramping up again. Big section. Throw tail reverse complete. Wow. Ramp up. Clear for takeoff. Full rotation. Ramping up again. Big section. Throw tail reverse complete.
For him to perform like that is just bananas.
Looks like there's some lumps coming. Let's see if this can turn into anything for Carissa Moore. One last chance. Looks like she's taking a paddle.
Carissa Moore looking for a 6-4-1. Has something to work with here. Big opening snap. And another.
Wow.
Hangs on. Carissa Moore.
One last chance.
Carissa Moore looking for a 6-4-1. Big opening snap. And another.
Wow.
Hangs on. Carissa Moore. A rare claim.
Looking for opportunities, and obviously as the heats go by, the better read they get on this swell. And in with an entry here, Dora. Then he'll swing one, just over 7 to go in this. What's he got? We see him on a steep wall here. Off the bottom, bangs one. Nice and steep. Little drift in that turn as well. Again, hits it nice and hard. Really critical in the pocket. Judges want to see that. And it is a dynamic pocket, absolutely racing away. And he finds himself some cover. Gets in a real throaty tube. He'll go again here. Pulling in, grabbing the rail. Yago Dora streaking through a backhand barrel. Wow. Makes it out and goes floppy. Loves it. Pulling in, grabbing the rail. Yago Dora streaking through a backhand barrel.
Yago Dora is awarded a 9.50 for this remarkably surfed wave. With a surprise performance, Dora outsurfs Toledo.
Wow. Gabriella Bryan and Bree Hennessy just getting started. Carissa Moore again at backdoor. Big roomy barrel traveling through here. Wow. And that's the completion. That is the excellent score that we were waiting for. Carissa Moore again at backdoor. Big roomy barrel traveling through here. Wow. And that is the excellent score that we were waiting for.
This just putting a stamp on her dominance.
So Carissa Moore.
Live action.
Here goes Florence. One of those beautiful big layback calves to get started. Big open face to deal with here. Again, winds through a big rail turn, now setting up the inside. Hammers the section. And that's the start he was looking for. 25.5 minutes to go, trying to put some pressure on Griffin Colapinto and get one back on Griff.